NASCAR Hall of Famer Kevin Harvick just delivered the harsh truth about Stewart-Haas Racing that nobody wanted to hear. The former champion pulled no punches discussing the team's collapse and revealed how Tony Stewart's former drivers narrowly avoided career catastrophe. With 8 brutal words, Harvick exposed what really happened at SHR and why these talented racers almost lost everything. And the timing of his comments couldn't be more controversial as Stewart celebrates his NHRA success. During a recent podcast appearance, Harvick laid it all out there. That could have very well ended their careers, he stated about Chase Briscoe, Josh Berry, Noah Gragson, and Ryan Preece. This wasn't speculation from an outsider. This came from someone who lived through SHR's glory days and watched its painful decline from the inside. The 2014 Champions Assessment carries extra weight considering he spent a decade with the organization, witnessing firsthand how a championship-caliber team slowly fell apart. While Tony Stewart celebrates his first NHRA Top Fuel victory and adjusts to fatherhood at 53, his former NASCAR operation has become the sport's biggest cautionary tale. Stewart's enjoying drag racing success and precious moments with newborn son Dominic, but the drivers he left behind nearly saw their careers destroyed. The contrast is striking. Stewart's personal life thrives while his professional legacy in NASCAR lies in ruins. Harvick didn't stop there. It also proves how far off SHR was last year, he emphasized during the discussion. The statistics paint an ugly picture. In 2024, Stewart-Haas Racing won exactly 1 race with an average finish of 20.5, their worst performance ever. While other teams competed for wins, SHR cars struggled just to stay relevant. This dramatic fall from grace didn't happen overnight. Insiders watched the slow decline, while Stewart's attention increasingly shifted to drag racing. Chase Briscoe's recent revelation adds another disturbing layer. He couldn't even begin searching for a new ride until Stewart officially announced the shutdown. These drivers were trapped in limbo while their futures hung in the balance. Josh Berry faced a challenging rookie year at SHR and had to act fast to secure a spot with Wood Brothers Racing, where he has already found success. Noah Gragson faced another unexpected job hunt. Ryan Preece stared down career uncertainty. The waiting game lasted months, creating anxiety and stress for drivers who deserved honesty about their futures. The Harvick-Stewart relationship makes these comments especially significant. From legendary pranks to championship celebrations, they've shared countless moments together. When Harvick speaks this bluntly about Stewart's operation, it carries weight. This isn't bitterness. It's honest assessment from someone who genuinely cares. Their history includes everything from alarm clock pranks to victory lane celebrations, making Harvick's criticism hit even harder. Stewart's NHRA triumph drew an interesting response from Harvick. "About time!" Congratulations. The brevity spoke volumes. While Stewart conquered drag racing and embraced fatherhood, the NASCAR team bearing his name crumbled beyond repair. The 3-word message might seem supportive on the surface, but coming during discussions of SHR's failure, it feels loaded with meaning. Mamba Smith, Harvick's podcast co-host, offered crucial insight. When the car is right, these guys can get it done. The 2025 season proves this point clearly. Briscoe has 5 top 10s and 4 top 5s at Joe Gibbs Racing, sitting 13th in points. Berry already scored a win for Wood Brothers. Preece climbed to 16th in standings at RFK. Even Gragson managed a top 10 at Front Row Motorsports. Their immediate success with new teams shows just how badly SHR equipment held them back. Harvick recently shared an amusing detail about Stewart's vulnerability during his son's birth. He's still got a little bit of that tough guy mentality that he was afraid he was going to pass out when he saw the blood, I'm sure. Harvick revealed with characteristic humor. The same fearless driver who rockets down drag strips at 300 miles per hour was worried about fainting in a delivery room. This human moment contrasts sharply with the cold business decisions that left his NASCAR drivers scrambling for survival. Harvick previously joked that during a rough patch, he only heard from the team owner twice in 2 weeks, a comment highlighting SHR's lack of leadership engagement, not a literal stint at Hendrick Motorsports, drastically different from the engagement he experienced with other team owners. "I heard from the owner twice in 2 weeks," Harvick said, laughing. Stewart's focus shifted to NHRA Racing, while his NASCAR organization slowly fell apart. Team meetings happened without the owner present, sponsor negotiations lacked his involvement, and drivers felt abandoned by leadership. Gene Haas salvaged what he could from the wreckage, keeping one charter and creating Haas Factory Team. Cole Custer has struggled in 2025, currently sitting 34th in the standings and still seeking his first top 10 finish of the season. The transformation from four-car powerhouse to struggling single-car operation shows how far the mighty had fallen. Thank God they got another opportunity, Harvick concluded with obvious relief. His concern was genuine. Talented drivers stuck with inferior equipment often see their careers disappear in NASCAR's unforgiving environment. Bad cars lead to bad results, which lead to bad reputations. Breaking that cycle becomes nearly impossible without a fresh start. The relief in Harvick's voice shows just how close these drivers came to career extinction. Stewart-Haas Racing's demise serves as more than just another team closure. This was a championship organization that lost its way when leadership attention shifted elsewhere. While Stewart pursued personal passions in drag racing, the team carrying his name slowly died from neglect. Hundreds of employees and 4 talented drivers paid the price for that divided focus. The effects continue throughout the NASCAR garage as former SHR personnel search for new opportunities. Stewart remains notably silent about these developments. Social media posts celebrate NHRA victories and precious moments with baby Dominic, but the NASCAR community continues processing his former team's wreckage. His personal fulfillment came at tremendous cost to those who depended on SHR's success. While he posts about cutting umbilical cords and drag racing triumphs, former employees wonder how their livelihoods became casualties. The former SHR drivers now write redemption stories with every strong performance. Each top 10, each victory proves their talent was never the issue. Organizational dysfunction and subpar equipment were. They deserved better than what Stewart-Haas Racing provided in its dying days, and they're finally getting the opportunities they earned. 2025 presents stark contrasts in the racing world. Tony Stewart celebrates in NHRA victory lanes, proudly holding his son while wearing custom Dad's First Win gear. Meanwhile, his former NASCAR drivers rebuild careers nearly ruined by association with a failing organization. They're grateful for second chances that almost never happened. The image of Stewart celebrating personal milestones while his former drivers fight for redemption creates an uncomfortable story about priorities and responsibility. Kevin Harvick's message cuts through any celebration or sentiment. Success elsewhere doesn't excuse failure at home. While Stewart enjoys personal triumphs and new beginnings, the scattered pieces of SHR remind everyone what happens when leadership abandons ship. These drivers' careers nearly ended because someone stopped caring about the organization that bore his name. That's the legacy that remains, whether Stewart admits it or not. Harvick's warning ensures this lesson won't be forgotten. A cautionary tale about priorities, responsibility, and the human cost of chasing new dreams while old obligations fall apart. The racing world watches and learns from SHR's collapse, ensuring future team owners understand the consequences of divided attention and abandoned commitments.